John Paul Murphy was born on October 17, 1946, in Conshohocken, Pennsylvania. He was the son of Mr. and Mrs. Peter P. Murphy. He attended Radnor High School and was interested in biology, electronics, and apparatus. He graduated in 1965 with hopes of being an engineer. Murphy was married to Elizabeth J. Murphy, and in 1968 he was drafted into the U.S. Army at age 21 to fight in the Vietnam War. Now, 50 years later, we honor his life. Murphy was a Specialist 4 infantryman in the United States Army. Infantrymen have a very important job. Their job is to defend our country against any threat by land, as well as capturing, destroying, and repelling enemy ground forces. His unit, Aero Rifle Platoon, Air Cavalry Troop, 11th Armed Cavalry, also known as the Black Horse Regiment, was located in southern Vietnam. The Black Horse Regiment was created in 1901, but had the greatest impact during the Vietnam War while in Vietnam and Cambodia. Black Horse troops served there for 2,040 days and earned 11 battle streamers. In April of 1968, Murphy was deployed to South Vietnam. John P. Murphy died on November 10, 1968, at the age of 22. Dave Summers, former member of the 11th Cavalry, recalled the day Murphy was killed. "We always counted heads before heading to the landing zone. It was basic combat discipline, a good way to make sure you didn't leave anyone behind. But we didn't that day. I don't know why. Our platoon sergeant counted heads when we got to the landing zone. We were one short. Someone asked, 'Where's Murphy?' Just before we heard a couple of gunshots coming from the edge of the jungle. A bunch of us took off running toward the sound of the gunshots. We were ready for a firefight, but didn't see even one dink in the area. We made it just inside the tree and saw Murphy. He was sitting up against a tree with his head nailed over and blood pouring out of his chest. No question, Murphy was dead." John Murphy's body was returned to the United States, and shortly after, he was buried in Calvary Cemetery in Conshohocken, Pennsylvania. Murphy received 5 medals for his dedicated service. During the 10th reunion of the class of 1965, the class signed a copy of American Warrior by Brigadier General John C. Doc Behenson, Jr. that was donated to the Radnor High School Library, along with other objects stating his importance. Many lives were taken long before their time. John Paul Murphy was one of these people. 50 years later, we remember the lives lost in the Vietnam War. We remember those who fought for America's freedom. We will never forget those who have defended our country and kept us safe. We thank John Paul Murphy for his service and sacrifice. We will always remember him here at Radnor High School, as he makes us Radnor proud.